What's up, guys? It's Chad here with Reviews coming to you from my garage today. If you've been following the channel, you know a few years back I did a review on this Briggs and Stratton Storm Responder 6250 watt generator, and I'm just going to do a quick update and demo on how to change the oil in it. So stay tuned right after this. Just a quick parts list here for the oil change. You're going to obviously need something to put on the floor in case oil spills. That's just an Amazon bubble wrap envelope there. You're going to need some sort of something to catch the oil. You're going to need the oil. This is what I'm actually using. This is the Briggs and Stratton Premium 4-cycle small. It's SAE 30. This is what it recommends for operation over 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and a funnel. And to get the bolts off the drain plug bolt, you need a 12mm socket. Per the owner's manual, this thing calls for 1.15 quarts, okay? And then they sell this in the ounces bottle. So 48 ounces equates to about 1.5 quarts. It doesn't say it on the units, but it does give a chart just in case. Right here, above 40 use, SAE 30. And then if you're gonna be using this in freezing temps, they're calling for 5W30. So just in case you live in a freezing cold area, you can still use this. You just need to use the 5W30 instead of the SAE 30. The only two things on this you're gonna have to worry about is the drain bolt, and then this is where you fill up the oil. So I don't want this oil to flow out too much. I just want it to kind of drip straight down into this pan here. Yes, this is different than my original shot. I only do this oil change once a year because this generator does not actually get used a lot. I purchased this ways back when we had a bad hurricane. I used it a good amount for like a few days because our power was out. And knock on wood, haven't had any issues since. So I forgot that my normal car oil pan doesn't fit under here very well. That bad boy was on there tight. Here we go. Oop. Yeah, not the washer, not the washer. Here we go. Save the washer. All right, so as you can see, I mean, this has only been used, I start this thing up every month, let it run till heat or hot, and then I just choke it off or turn the fuel valve off. So, I mean, it's not super dirty, but not the cleanest. So, again, every year I just put in some fresh basic oil. All right, once it's flowing straight down, then I'll just open this up to let more air get in there and have it flow out a little bit faster. Just wait until all the old oil flows out. As you can see, it's barely dripping, so I'm gonna wait about another 30 seconds and then put the bolt back in. As you can see from the factory, they really did a good job of having a nice flat sealing surface for the washer and the bolt to sit back in there, so don't forget that washer. Once you got that drain bolts tightened down, obviously we're going to put the funnel right down into the filler neck here. Again, here's the oil I'm using. It is a Briggs and Stratton oil. So again, the unit calls for 1.15 quarts, and this right here is 1.5 quarts. So start out probably using, we'll say 2/3 of it, and then check the level and then add as you need it. So we're going to add this in there. Again, don't pour too fast. You don't want to overflow it. It is a much smaller crankcase down there than a vehicle would be if you're used to changing your own oil in the vehicle. All right. And let's see. It's really hard to see on these kind of bottles there. Probably a little bit more. All right. I have seen a few videos online where guys are just dumping in 2 quarts. I think that's kind of overfilling it with oil, but I kind of want to stick to manufacturer's specs on that. You can't really see it in there, the oil level, but I can visibly see the oil sitting there. So obviously you're going to want to check. You don't want to check that. Obviously wipe the oil off from when you took it off, and we'll get a better reading. All right, there is the dipstick All right, let's put it in there and check the level. I mean, this stuff is almost clear. Yeah, definitely looks like I need to add more. It's in the range, but it's down there probably 2 of those diamonds up, if you can see that. So we're gonna keep on going, and I'll let you know when I'm done. If you are gonna go out and purchase this exact same oil for your oil change, I found the ideal, all right, I don't know if you can see it moving right there, but it's kind of where the 0.3 is. It's like right there where the bottom of the bulge pokes out. Anyways, so, okay, there we go. All right, so the oil, the fresh oil comes up to about the 2nd or 3rd thread up, and that pretty much puts it right where I want it to be. I'll show you guys. All right, see that? The very top diamond is still a little dry. The second one is kind of wet. I don't like it to be right at this very, very top. I like it to be somewhere in the middle to 80% of the way up that. So this is perfect amount in my book. So that's where I'm leaving it. That's where I've been doing it all these years since I've had it and haven't had any issues. Please, if you find this useful, like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, have a great, safe weekend. Bye.